Welcome all in class 17 on electromagnetic theory. In this class we will discuss about scalar and vector magnetic potential. So magnetic potential is like analogous to electric potential. So it is also called magnetomotive force. So magnetomotive force, also known as magnetic potential, is analogous to electric potential in electrical fields. Analogous to electrical potential, the space derivative of magnetic potential will give magnetic flux density B or magnetic field intensity H. The magnetic potential can be defined for region either having finite current density or zero current density. That is, magnetic potential is available in regions where current is zero or where current is not equal to zero. For regions having zero current density, magnetic potential exists due to the presence of a magnet. Based on the source of magnetic field, magnetic potential can be classified into two types. One is called scalar magnetic potential, second vector magnetic potential. So first is scalar magnetic potential. So scalar magnetic potential basically exists due to the magnet, that is where there is no current density. Scalar magnetic potential is analogous to electric potential and is defined as the amount of work done in moving unit north pole from infinity to the point of observation. So scalar magnetic potential, designated as Vm, mathematically can be defined as minus integration from infinity to r h dot dl, which is exactly analogous to electric potential. So this is also h dot dl and its integration. This is also analogous to Ampere's law. According to Ampere's law, the integration of h dot dl is equal to I, where I is current. So we can say that magnetic vector potential has the dimensions of current, and the dimensions of current is basically amperes, or unit of current is ampere. If it like electrical circuits where E was minus del of V, where V is electric potential, in a similar way from the equation described above, we can find that magnetic field intensity H is equal to minus del of Vm, where H here is magnetic field intensity and Vm here is magnetic potential, which is scalar. So if we take cross on both sides by using del, so we obtain that del cross H is equal to del cross minus of del of Vm, and cross of del of any function is equal to 0. So from these two equations we obtain that del square Vm is equal to 0, which is called Laplace equation in magnetostatics. Next is about magnetic vector potential. Magnetic vector potential is defined for magnetic field produced by current element having finite value of current density. As current element is having both magnitude and direction, hence magnetic potential in this case is a vector quantity, and is called magnetic vector potential. That is, magnetic vector potential is basically due to the current, and magnetic scalar potential is due to magnet. So magnetic vector potential is represented by A, like scalar potential was represented by Vm. It is possible to obtain magnetic field density B by taking space derivative of A. Now space derivative of a vector quantity may be divergence or curl. However, divergence of a vector gives a scalar quantity. Hence, here magnetic field density B can be obtained from A, that is magnetic vector potential, by using B is equal to curl of A. That is, magnetic field density B can be obtained by using curl of A, where A is vector magnetic potential. So if we take cross on both sides by using operator del, then we can obtain that del cross B is equal to del cross A. Now from Ampere's law we have del cross B is equal to mu naught into J, where J is current density, that is current per unit area. So from here we obtain that curl of A is equal to mu naught into J. This is A cross B cross C, this is vector triple product, and A cross B cross C can be expanded as A dot C into B minus A dot B into C. So from here, by expanding this triple product, we obtain that divergence of del of divergence of A minus del square A is equal to mu naught into J. As magnetic lines are continuous, that is, they start from north pole and end on south pole in the external environment, and from south pole to north pole internally in the magnet. So we can always have that divergence of magnetic lines are always equal to 0. That is, net flow of magnetic field lines across a surface is equal to 0. So that's why we can write that del dot A is equal to 0. So ultimately we obtain that del square A is equal to minus mu naught J, which is called Poisson's equation in magnetostatics. Now we have to derive that what is the expression of dA, because magnetic vector potential is due to the current element. So now we have to derive that what is the magnitude of magnetic vector potential due to small current element. Like in case of electric potential, the expression was 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R. So in a similar way, analogous in electrostatics, magnetic potential due to infinite small current element IDL can be found by using dA is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi IDL upon R. Here IDL is the source of magnetic field, which is analogous to charge Q in electrical field. So magnetic vector potential due to entire current element can be obtained by integrating it due to small current element. That is, A is integration of mu naught upon 4 pi IDL upon R. In case current flows through some volume dV, here current having current density J. Current density J is current per unit area, and volume is area multiplied by the length. So in that case, the magnetic vector potential is mu naught upon 4 pi j dv upon r. So these were the about scalar and magnetic vector potential that we want to discuss in this class. Thank you.